Shout out to all of the replay viewers on YouTube. You know what? It is absolutely interesting that whenever I get ready to go live, my camera is not working. I don't understand it. I had this issue the last few times. I was about to go live. It's really weird. So I apologize for my tardiness, but we're about to have another heart to heart. I told God, I said it must be heart to heart week. Did not plan on getting on live again this week. Yesterday, I felt led, I felt a strong pull to do a reel about the spirit of procrastination. Not even the spirit, about how procrastination is really messing some of y'all up. And I was going to talk about a few things. And, girl, what? And I was busy, didn't get to do it. So, got confirmation that I need to do this as a live video anyway and not a reel. So, maybe that's why I didn't get on yesterday. Can you all share this out really, really quick? Share it out really quick to somebody. Hit the like button on YouTube. Send it to some people that are procrastinating. Do whatever you got to do. I should be live on Instagram too, but I thought I was live the other day and I don't think I was. So I don't know. Share it out, share it out, share it out, please, and thank you. Where are my notes? What's up, Kevin? Let me put my camera on one side and my notes on the other. All right. So some of you, if you've been waiting on a sign, this is it. This is your sign. This live is your sign. I don't know why you need a million signs, because God has confirmed this over and over and over and over and over again. This is why he sent me here to say, hey, you need to stop procrastinating. That's why he has other people talking about procrastination. It's not just me. Okay. A lot of people are talking about this. So here's your 10th sign that you need to move on whatever it is God has been telling you to do. Okay? And it's so funny because as I was logging into Instagram to share the invite to this live, Pastor Natalie was on live. So I clicked on her live and she was literally saying, indecision is a decision when I was clicking on live. Now I didn't need the confirmation, but I said, God, you are so funny. Indecision is a decision. Some of you are like, oh, I'm just indecisive. That's a decision. All right. Renee said, here you go in my business again. Girl, I just got on. I just got on. All right. So I'm going to talk about a few things. Again, it's like a little heart to heart. I have some notes, but this is more like a heart to heart like we had Wednesday. What's up, Bree? Like we had Wednesday. So you all, first of all, do you remember the word of the Lord? I think I released it back in April regarding the Lord said it was coming back around. And he was talking about, what's up, Crystal? He was talking about assignments, opportunities, things like that, how there was going to be a grace window that was opening and it was going to come around again. But I kept telling you all, it's time sensitive. It's time sensitive. It's time. I kept saying that, right? But some of you all are still procrastinating for whatever reason regarding what the Lord has told you to do. I got on here Wednesday because he told me to. And I shared some of my testimony, some of my business about how he dried everything up because trauma had me in a place where I didn't even realize, can't see, where I didn't even realize I was disobeying God. God bless you, Miss Brewer. Sorry. Trauma had me in a place where I didn't even realize I was disobeying God. What's up, M? Right? So I went and I told you all, I said, you need to sit with God. You need to sit with God. You need to sit with God and you need to ask him to reveal any hidden disobedience, things that you're not doing and you don't even realize you're disobeying because of the trauma and the things like that that has your lens filtered. Did that, okay? Then yesterday, I'm watching somebody's video, another faith-based content creator, watching her video on YouTube, and she was talking about, I think she may have done the video 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, but she was talking about open doors, right? Specifically, those that are in transition and are supposed to be moving. So she released the word of the Lord, and she kept saying, I feel like there's a small window. These aren't her exact words now, but she was talking about there being a small window. And she said, I feel like this door is going to close by Saturday, as in this Saturday. Now, this is regarding the word of the Lord that he gave her, right? She said, I'm telling y'all, don't procrastinate. And then she started talking about how there was some event or something that she was supposed to sign up for. The Lord had already released her to sign up for it. Hey, Miss Mary, but she was dragging her feet. And guess what? Because she drug her feet, she had to end up paying full price because she did not move when God told her to move. But some of you all are still procrastinating. Okay, I want to share this about how I almost missed a mentorship that I needed. So back in March, it was somewhere around my birthday. I think I joined like maybe 2 days, but it was somewhere around my birthday in March, right? But no, let me back all the way up. So my business mentor, Quanda Renee, building a business with God. Follow her on YouTube if you are not following her. She is extremely humble, but when I tell you she's the juice, y'all know how I like to say y'all got to stop acting like y'all not the juice. She the juice. You the juice too, but you just got to move, okay? Very humble, but some of the greatest people in the gospel world have called on her. She's helped them. She's helped them build their platform, helped them go viral, all of that. Some people, preachers that you idolize, I can start calling names. They call on her. Okay? So a video of hers went viral. I don't know how many years ago. All I know is that I ended up following her on TikTok, never saw any of her content again, not one video. I never saw not one. That was that one video, and that's it. It's like she disappeared. So in January, she started popping back up all over my feed. I'm talking about all over my feed. I was like, who is this lady? So I finally clicked on her live one day, and I was like, oh, she's a Christian entrepreneur. Oh, okay. So then I'm like, I'll keep following her. And I clicked out of the live and went on back to doing what I was doing. But I noticed how her videos kept popping up. I'm like, now how she went to not being in my feed at all to popping up all the time. So then I started watching her lives. Then she started talking about her mentorship program. And I didn't have to go pray and ask the Lord to confirm it. I knew I was supposed to be in this mentorship, but I didn't have the money. And it wasn't even an expensive mentorship. Y'all know how I shared Wednesday that the Lord literally dried up everything because he was trying to get me to a place of obedience. I didn't even know I was disobeying. So he literally dried up everything. So I didn't even have the money. All right. I didn't have the money, but guess what I did? I didn't say, God, touch her heart to let me in this thing for free. I ain't do that. I said, Lord, now I believe I'm supposed to be in this mentorship. I need this mentorship. I believe this mentorship is going to change my life. I need you to send me the money. I said, if I'm supposed to sign up, send me the money. Within 2 days, I had the money. Two. He sent two different people to me that sold, just randomly sold. Now I had the money to join. Now, mind you, I talked about how the Lord had dried everything up, right? When I got that money, I didn't say, well, Lord, I need to pay these bills or I need to save it and wait. I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna wait on her mentorship because although I need the mentorship, I need to pay these bills too, or I need to buy this, or I need to buy that, or some people hold on to money because they're scared. I ain't say none of that. Immediately, I went and signed up for her membership. That was mid March. It is May 23rd. She made an announcement maybe at the top of the week that the Lord has led her to close her membership. He's pivoting her. The results that I have gotten, sorry, y'all, the results that I have gotten just from March, some things I can't even talk about yet, y'all, is bananas. And I have been sitting and thinking, God, what if I would have procrastinated? I even tell you all, you should not be okay with not having when it comes to finances and things you need. You shouldn't be okay with that. God bless you, Imani. You shouldn't be okay with that. You say you serve the true and living God. When I prayed, asked God to send the money, he sent it within 2 days. I signed up for the mentorship. And baby, I'll come back and we'll talk about it later. But I said, what if I wouldn't have signed up? And then she turned around now, like she just announced she's closing down her membership. I would have been somewhere in a corner crying. Do you hear me? Crying. And it wouldn't have been her fault. It would have been because I procrastinated. That's her right there. Hey Kwanda, thank you for the hearts. Y'all make sure y'all follow her on TikTok, but go to her YouTube page, Building a Business with God. I just told a story, Kwanda. Girl, you missed it. But I'm so glad that I didn't procrastinate. Remember the word of the Lord back in April. Yeah, it's coming back around, but you got to move. It's time sensitive. All right. I don't know what the Lord has been telling you all to do. I don't know what that means. Oh, Quanda, my camera wasn't working. I had issues with my camera. Somebody say we should be okay with God plans, money or not. Baby, I don't know what you mean by that, but let me tell you something. Sometimes we blame things on God that He has absolutely nothing to do with. God's plan is not for you to be broke, period. Go find me a Bible scripture. Calm down, Renisha. Go find me a Bible scripture. Because the last time I checked, He called you to be the head and not the tail. So what are you talking about? God's plan? Sometimes we try to over spiritualize stuff. It is not His plan. Quanda, I was telling them how you were out of my feed. I don't know when I first followed you, but you were completely out of my feed. And then you just popped back up in January, da da da. And I prayed and I said, God, I'm supposed to be in this mentorship. I didn't have the money because He dried up everything, and it wasn't even expensive. He dried up everything because I was disobeying in one area due to trauma. So I prayed. I didn't say, God, let me in the membership for free. I said, God, I'm supposed to be in this. Send me the money because I believe I'm supposed to be in this mentorship. So I don't know what this whole we should be okay with God's plans, money or not. His plan is not for you to be broke. That's a poverty mindset. And if you're thinking like that, I need you to click the link in my bio and get the product called God Money Mindsets, because you need to be delivered from the spirit of poverty. He does not want you to be broke. Can y'all please put in the chat? God does not want me to be broke. 2 months later, she's closing the membership. If I would have procrastinated, I would have missed out because I was dragging my feet. Yes, people go through certain seasons. Yes, the Lord builds you and all of that, but God never meant for you to be broke. So there's that. We're not going to put stuff on God. Sometimes we put stuff on God and Satan that they have absolutely nothing to deal with. It's your indecision. It is you. You are the problem. Calm down, Renisha. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. That triggered me. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. Y'all know I don't like to raise my voice. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, Renee says, is that a new product? It's not a new product, but thank you for asking that, Renee, which is another reason why you can't drag your feet. I'm gonna answer that in just a minute, okay? But some of you are praying for connections, but not moving whenever they show up. And everybody is different. If y'all think this video is just about you buying from me or getting my products, you're thinking too small. The Lord has been instructing you all to do various things. This is about procrastination and how it can literally jack up your destiny if you want to drag your feet, okay? So some of you, you're saying you're building, but you're afraid to commit. So my thing is, are you really ready to build, or are you just hoping? Are you really ready for your life to be transformed, or are you just talking out of the side of your neck? Okay. Now, Renee, to answer your question, the God money mindsets, that's not new. But I'm glad you asked that question. I did that on YouTube for free and can't remember how long I actually kept it up there, but I felt like God was already leading me to take it down and make it a digital product. And then a friend of mine turned around and confirmed it. So I was like, okay, so I turned it into a digital product. Again, people, can y'all tap the screen on TikTok? People can miss out when they drag their feet. It was on YouTube for I don't know how long for anybody that wanted it. Now you got to pay to get it. And it just is what it is. All right. Now, when God says move, you need to move in whatever it is He is telling you to do. Wednesday, it was Wednesday morning. He kept dealing with me about raising my prices. And I was kind of going back and forth. Then I got on here. I did the live. After the live, I messaged my mentor. I said, hey, can you go look at my Pensight page? I feel like my stuff is just underpriced. She messaged me back, told me what to raise the price on. Guess what? I raised the price on it. I told her, I said, this is a faith move and deliverance for me. Because sometimes the Lord tells you to do stuff and it's scary. I'm like, you should see how they're acting about this price. And you telling me to raise it to this. But guess what? Raised it. And then I turned around and raised some more prices on some products that God was already dealing with me about. Did that the same day. This is why you have to move when God says move, because you don't know who he's talking to. You don't know what business owner he's telling raise their prices. You don't know what person he's talking to saying, hey, this product, pull it down. Or these doors, like her mentorship, close these doors. I'm pivoting you and taking you to another level. This is why you have got to move when God says move, because you will miss it. I sent out an email early that morning to my email list saying, hey, I have a prayer guide, $9.99. It's only $9.99. You need to grab it. One thing people have always told me for years upon years upon years, Renisha, I don't know how to pray. I don't know how to pray. Can you help me? I don't know how to pray. I created a prayer guide for $9.99. I don't think 5 people bought that prayer guide for $9.99. Well, guess what? The price is raised. It's not even that price anymore. But do you see how you can miss out? That's just a small example. Okay. So you don't know what business owner God is talking to, telling them to raise their price, close the program, start a new thing, and you can miss out. I had someone that I recommended a free resource to. It wasn't my resource, it was somebody else's resource, but I knew it would help them in their business. I said, hey, you need to go watch this. They messaged me this morning saying their kids, they ended up letting their kids distract them. And now this free resource that I know would have helped them in their business is gone. The person pulled it down. It's no longer available. This is why you need to move when God says move. Okay? Some of you all keep missing divine encounters because you let life, fear, or laziness delay you. Or, as Quanda was talking about this morning, you want all these confirmations for what? You prayed, God answered, but then you still want 15 more confirmations. What are you doing? You're just indecisive, and indecision is a decision. Period. All right. Even when I was talking about the other content creator that said, hey, God released his word about transitioning and open doors, but I feel like you have until Saturday, whatever he's been telling you to do, you have until this Saturday. And some of y'all still, all right. You have to know this is bigger. I feel like it's like one more example that I'm not remembering, but I think this should be enough to make you all move, right? You'll pray and ask God, Lord, I need X, Y, and Z. Oh, let me talk about my rejection class. And this is not just about me, but the rejection class, I had so many people that messaged me even before I announced that I was having the class, wanting assistance with the spirit of rejection. Baby, none of them signed up for the class. Crickets, clock that. And I even had one person, and I'm really not trying to be mean. I don't think I'm all that. I'm most of it. I'm most of that, but I think I'm all that. So it was one woman. We used to be close at a certain period of time. They missed out, Quanda. At a certain, I mean, they can buy the replay, but we were close at one period of time. So she was messaging me about the spirit of rejection and wanting help. And then she was like, girl, just call me. But guess what? I thought about it. Highly, I thought about it. I was like, nope, I'm not calling her. We used to be like that. We used to have each other's number, but you allowed a family member of yours to make you stop talking to me and to break up our relationship. So now, and this is not the first time she tried to reconnect, we're not on that level no more. You don't have the same access. Okay? So some of you have to learn even how to set boundaries and stick to them. If part of this is more needing to pivot. If you need assistance with pivoting and marketing, I recommend Quanda. That's my business mentor. She's in the chat. She can help you. They don't. People do not value things that are free, and a lot of people don't want to pay, but there are a lot of people who are willing to pay. You just got to find your people, baby. Don't worry about the ones that don't want to. You just have to find your people. But this is not even just about you buying things that the Lord has been telling you to buy. Because some of you all, my burden bearers detox. You know you're supposed to get that detox. That thing is $27. $27. Some of you, the Lord told you to sign up for school, sign up for a program. That's the other example I forgot about. The school that I graduated from sent out an email maybe a month or two ago to the alumni asking for donations because of the economy. They can't even afford to stay open. If they don't get X amount of dollars, like in the millions, to pay their employees and all of that because of what's going on now, they can't even afford to stay open. Now, what if the Lord says, okay, you're supposed to go to this school and get this degree because this is going to shift your life to here, or get this certificate or whatever? I saw another business doing a grand closing. I never heard of that. I don't know if it was a fashion business, beauty business. I don't know. But what if it was something like you? What if this was a connection you were supposed to make that was going to shift your life, but you were dragging your feet on it? And now they're closing and they're pivoting to something else. Y'all got to stop dragging your feet. This is not just about buying from me. This is about your assignment. What has the Lord been telling you to do? Start the business, write the book, get the LLC. Even what you think is the tiniest instruction, go to the library, go to the coffee shop, do this, pray. But it can be the smallest thing. He's telling you to do that for a reason. He may say, go to the library 7 days and stay for 1 hour. On the seventh day, there may be somebody that you bump into that changes your life forever. Do y'all understand? Absolute. Oh, Lee, that's another thing, girl. You hit it. They'd rather pay someone else. Absolutely. So I don't know what the Lord has been telling you to do. Some of you, you've been praying for provision, but then you're ignoring the position God told you to be in. God, I just want to start my YouTube channel, and I believe you called me to be a content creator, but you won't get on YouTube and pull up videos regarding, in your niche. How when I started, not when I first started YouTube, because I started way back in the day, but when I got serious about YouTube, I used to study. I would watch so many videos, and I would study. I would study top YouTubers. Then I would follow like people who gave really good YouTube tips, white men, this Asian woman I would follow. Then I said, okay, I'm a black woman. Let me find a black, like I had all of these different people I followed. Like, okay, let me get my YouTube together. Some of you, you don't even want to do that. But you saying the Lord has called you to social media. The Lord told you to write specifically, obey him. I'm just saying, y'all don't know what doors are about to close. And some of them don't reopen. This isn't pressure. This is God's mercy. That's why I'm here. I need y'all to drop no more delay in the chat. No more delay. If you know you've been stalling, drop no more delay. I'm telling y'all. And then you all get mad at the people that do obey God. I don't know what you mean by that, Sue. So, all right, clearly I don't have any moderators on. How to block you. Block. All right. So yeah, on YouTube, you see that in the background. I have the background. I mean, not YouTube. TikTok, wolves and collars. So yeah, that's for those of you that have dealt with church hurt, being spiritually, or the other word I can't say, essayed by your pastor or some leader in the church. Sign up. I'm going to be talking about and casting out the spirit of Leviathan, Jezebel, Python, religious witchcraft, all of the things. So if you need that, for sure, sign up. But this is about the fact that some of you are delaying yourself, and you just gonna miss out if you keep procrastinating. It just is what it is, whether you want to receive it or not, whether you like the vessel that the Lord is using to say it, even though I'm not the only one that's saying it. I'm just the one that's saying it right now. Whether you like it or not, some of you are going to miss out. You want 10, 15, 20, 30, 100,000 million confirmations. Okay. All right. And then somebody else is going to be sitting in your seat. But the issue is a lot of people, a lot of the church, they think God works for them. They think they can just drag their feet. I know, Lee. They think they can just drag their feet and do whatever. And his mercy, and oh, he'll extend grace. I'll do it later. Baby, you may not be here later. What are you talking about? I started losing classmates a few months after I graduated from high school. I graduated in May. First classmate transitioned in November. Who said that you can y'all tell me what day y'all gonna die? I hate to even go here. Let me log off. Can anybody tell me what their death date is? Anybody? I don't see anything in the chat. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You don't know what favor is waiting on you. My mentor was talking about how she felt led to help somebody. And when she told the person that she was going to help them, give them favor like she doesn't normally do, they said, I got to go pray about it because I thought God was doing it another way. All right, I'm about to end TikTok. TikTok, if y'all want to, you can jump over to YouTube. Let me get off TikTok because before they ban me. Just don't be that person. Crystal said, graduation night, somebody that listen. And this isn't about speaking death because we don't do that. I claim 120 years according to a scripture in Genesis. I speak 120 good years over me. Yes, but at the end of the day, guess what? We don't know when the Lord is going to call us home. He doesn't look at time the way we do. We don't know how many years we were sent to this earth. I remember a story, and I don't even know why I'm going here. Lord, I'm not ready to go yet. Extend my life. I remember a story. No, this is just about procrastination, okay? But I remember a story about this prophet. I can't remember how old he was when he died, early 20s. But he kept telling his mama his mama was like a pastor. And he kept telling her, I'm going to die when I get this age. And she would just brush it off like, boy, stop playing. He was like, no, I'm serious. But the Lord had literally sent him to the earth for that amount of years. And he knew it. And when he got that age, it wasn't a self-fulfilling prophecy that he spoke over himself. No, he fulfilled his assignment. So you don't know. All right. Diana said I needed this. Renee, thank you. He keeps talking. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. The fact that he keeps, and again, I'm not the only one talking about this, y'all. The fact that he keeps, there's clearly an urgency in the spirit realm. And sometimes when we're talking about an urgency, we just get stuck on the spiritual things. But there is clearly an urgency that has gone out in the spirit realm. Either you're going to obey God or you're going to be left behind. The end. Does anybody have any questions regarding procrastination or obedience before I go? Let me share my little flyer. How do I share the flyer? I never know how to share my flyer. Does anybody have questions about procrastination or obedience or anything? If you need my class, you can sign up. I have payment plans available. It's not expensive at all, but if you need it, it's on the website. You can scan the flyer or let me find the link. I don't know. Why don't I have it? Or maybe it is over there. If God keeps talking about this is for a reason. And I just hope, I just pray that you all listen. How to address the spirit of delay. You have to find the root cause of it. Are you delayed because of your disobedience? Do you think it's just a spirit of delay that's coming against you that you need to be delivered from? You got to find the root cause. I'm all about finding the root cause, not just the fruit. I don't just look at the fruit of the thing. Where is the link, y'all? So after you figure out what the root is, then you can address it. But if you're delayed because of your disobedience, and I'm not just talking to you, this is for anybody. If you're delayed just because of your disobedience, there's nothing you can do to break that other than to obey God. You got to obey God first. If you know He's told you to do something, sometimes we open up the doors to be attacked by the enemy. I was talking about a family member today that is into psychics, and they're suffering because they just can't stop calling the psychics, and psychics are witches. So you want to, and when you pay them money, now you have a spiritual contract. What's up, Abby? So you're opening yourself up to attack. It's just so much. So Karika, baby, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but to address it, you gotta find out what the root is. Find out what the root is, correct that, and then cast it out. No problem, Bree. It is the Lord's doing. It is the Lord. I'm getting off of here. I don't see any more questions. I just pray that y'all obey God and whatever it is He has told you to do, whether it's move to another state, move to another country, start the business, do the LLC, sign up for the class, whatever it is, get the mentor, get the coach, go to therapy. I wish more saints went to therapy because y'all don't realize. Not y'all. I'm not gonna go there. Whatever it is He's told you to do, because you don't know when the door is gonna close, and some of y'all just going you're gonna miss out, and it's just it is what it is. Yeah, I be finding hairpins in my hair. You know you got a lot of hair when they just be hidden, and I'm like, oh, where did you come from? Okay, you got to sit with the Lord. But for this particular live, some of y'all don't even need to sit with Him because you already know. This is the 20th confirmation. You already know. God, I was supposed to be do that. Just go ahead and repent and do whatever it is He's called you to do. All right. All right. I love y'all. I gotta go. Peace up, A-Town.